Hi, everyone. This is Charity with Faith, Hope, and Charity, and I am here today to share with you about cortisol, things that we can do to help our stress hormone, and a little bit about exercise too. So I'm going to be sharing my screen here. Let me get ready. Okay, here it is. All right. So first off, what is cortisol? Cortisol is your body's primary stress hormone. It's made by your adrenal glands and helps regulate your stress response, blood sugar levels, inflammation, and your sleep. And what causes cortisol to rise? Now, cortisol is good if it's in the right level, okay? But when it's rising, you can experience lack of sleep or poor sleep, skipping meals or sugar overload, intense exercise without recovery, chronic stress or anxiety, trauma or emotional wounds, caffeine overload, blue light at night, overbooked schedules, and environmental toxins. Now, the glasses I put on were just to help me block my computer screen. So those are things that can cause your cortisol to rise. And then these are signs that your cortisol is too high. You're tired but wired at night. So if you don't get to bed by 10, you're up until 1. You had a mid-afternoon energy crashes. You could have belly fat that just will not budge, cravings for sugar or salt, anxiety or irritability, brain fog or poor memory, hair thinning or loss, and you wake up between 2 and 3 a.m. Now, here are some ways to lower your cortisol with diet, okay? First, you're going to eat balanced meals with protein, healthy fat, and fiber. You're going to avoid refined sugar and processed carbs. Stay hydrated because dehydration raises cortisol. You can drink calming teas at night, like chamomile. And magnesium supports relaxation. I take a magnesium glycinate at night if you need help knowing which one. I can help you with that. Also, omega-3s are great to take with that you can find them in fatty fish or flax seeds or walnuts, or you can take an herb. There's vitamin C that supports adrenal health. Ashwagandha is a herb to help reduce cortisol, and then limiting caffeine and alcohol, and don't skip meals. Okay. And then there's some ideas to lower cortisol with habits. Okay. And here are some habits that are really good. Get quality sleep, practice deep breathing. Now, I remember to do this when I'm going for a bike ride, or I'm going for a walk, or if I'm in a deep stress situation, just remembering to take deep breaths. Walking in nature, exercise regularly, but avoid overtraining. So you have to kind of know your season that you're in. So if you're my age, postmenopausal, weightlifting is really good for us and not so much heavy cardio. So I know with my body, if I'm in a stress state, I just don't have enough energy to exercise, or if I exercise, I feel like absolute garbage afterwards. It's probably because I overdid it or did the wrong kind of exercise. Laughing often, practicing gratitude, listening to calming or worship music. That's what I listen to. Stretching, Pilates, eccentrics. If you've never heard of eccentrics, I have a protein course that has a whole beautiful mapped out schedule for workouts, and eccentrics are 1 or 2 days a week. It's so good. You avoid multitasking or overbooking. I thought I was the queen of that before. Setting healthy boundaries. learning how to set healthy boundaries. And then I like to pray, read scripture, or you can meditate. Here's ideas to lower cortisol with habits. These are some of my favorites. And I'm just having you think out of the box because all of these things you can add into your routine. A sauna. A gua sha is releases tension, promotes lymphatic flow. I actually have a roller here. There's stones and rollers, but this is something that you can do like when you're reading or just sitting and relaxing. This takes tension out of your lymphatics in your face. Okay, it truly does work and it helps with inflammation too. So, dry brushing, red light therapy, which I actually had my red light therapy right here. It's almost always on me when I'm sitting here in my office, but the red light was like really making it blurry for you guys to see. So red light therapy, I love foot detoxes or salt baths, taking a bath, massage therapy, breath work, again, breathing in deep, grounding or earthing, that's when you're walking outside without your shoes and socks on, facial steaming with essential oils. Those are some of my favorites, so I had to include them, but they're all just very relaxing and help you get rid of stress. Sleep is one of the most powerful ways to balance cortisol. When you get quality rest, your body has a chance to lower cortisol levels, repair tissue, balance hormones, and restore energy. When you don't sleep well, cortisol stays elevated, leading to fatigue, irritability, belly fat, and cravings. So you need to prioritize sleep. And if you're having trouble sleeping, there are things you can do. Number one, um, going for a walk first thing in the morning or getting sunlight in your eyeballs first thing in the morning, okay? Getting up so that your body knows their circadian rhythm so that you can sleep better at night. So it's kind of what you're setting yourself up to do all day long. Also, there's things you can do in the evening time. No screens, no TV, no cell phones. Drink some calming teas. Try adding kefir into your diet because that makes you sleepy. I even take an amino acid supplement that can make me sleepy. And so things like that, taking magnesium glycinate at night. And there, I have another cocktail that you can make that helps you sleep well at night. So prioritize your sleep. Here's an herb. It's called ashwagandha. It's an evergreen shrub from India and Africa that helps calm adrenals, enhances memory, improves your thyroid, stabilizes your blood sugar, reduces cortisol levels. It's great for antidepressant and anxiety. It boosts immunity, stamina, circulation, brain health. So if you have healthy cortisol levels, this is a good thing. Okay, it burns off excess cortisol. It builds resilience to stress. It improves your mood and lowers anxiety. Cortisol enhances sleep quality. It regulates blood sugar and insulin. It boosts endorphins and confidence. It protects muscle mass. Cortisol in excess breaks down muscle resistance. Training protects muscle. I think, okay, so this is all about including exercise in your daily life, okay? Because it helps with your cortisol levels. Here's ideas to lower cortisol with walks. Walking is something you can do every single day in the nooks and crannies every day. So don't think, oh, I got to have an hour and I got to get this hour walk in. Actually, I love walking first thing in the morning, and I love to listen to things that support my mindset, okay? Leave me less stressed. So find something that helps your mindset while you're walking. I love to walk after a meal because that really helps with insulin resistance. And I love walking in the evenings at sunset. Okay. So those are just times, like, it doesn't even have to be much. Like, even if you only did 5 minutes each of those times after you eat morning and night, or maybe you have an hour, maybe you have a 15 minutes or half hour. Walking lowers stress, your stress hormones naturally. It improves mood and clarity. It regulates blood sugar. It supports your circadian rhythm, especially if you're walking first thing in the morning. It reduces inflammation, encourages deep breathing. It promotes better sleep, and it creates a mindful break. So when you're stressed out, I find if something's stressing me out, I go take a quick walk. It sets me up for a better mindset. So I've been doing a May walk-in, May check-in. I like to do this every year, a check-in where did you get fresh air in a 15-minute walk? So I'm doing that right now on my social media post if you would like to be included in that. So cortisol-friendly exercise tips. Okay, exercise is so good. Okay, it is great for your cortisol. It's great for releasing stress. So moving your body without burning it out. Okay. Short strength training, like 20 to 30 minutes. Stretching and mobility work. Dance or rebounding. Pilates or bar style workouts. Gentle intervals. So this is not excessive HIIT workouts or going to run a marathon, okay? These are cortisol friendly exercise tips, okay? Rest days are productive. This is a hard one for me to remember because I'm that girl that wants to do workout every day, okay? So I have to remind myself, rest days are productive. Don't skip rest. Recovery days help lower baseline cortisol and support repair and growth. No more than 4 intense workouts per week. Watch for signs of burnout. Again, burnout is like if you can't make it through your workout because you're already exhausted, you don't feel good. Um, when you are in your workout, you feel like you're just going to throw up and you just can't do anymore. Those are signs that you exercising for you right now is not something you need. Poor sleep, irritability, and no energy. Exercise should energize you, not exhaust you. Why strength training matters. Okay. So strength training is lifting weights. Okay. And this is really good for the postmenopausal lady. Great for guys. It builds lean muscle, which is better metabolism. It balances blood sugar. It protects your bones. It supports hormone health. It shapes your body, improves stress resilience, and preserves muscles as you age. Okay. We're working out now so that when we are older in our, 70s, 80s, we can carry those grocery bags. We are not, we can pick up things and we won't break a hip and go downhill. Hydration and cortisol balance, okay? So dehydration stresses the body, okay? So you're aiming for half your body weight in ounces when you're hydrating. You could add minerals to your water, so like healthy salt, real salt. You could even do lemon or lime, electrolytes. You can start your day with a big glass of water. That's the first thing you do before coffee, before any caffeine. You want to start by doing a little cleanse by drinking a big glass of water. And I don't drink cold water, I drink warm water. Sip, don't chug, especially cold drinks. You want to watch your caffeine and sugary drink intake. Eat hydrating foods like cucumbers, celery, broth, oranges. And if you need to know more about hydration or you're having trouble hydrating, you can take my Sip Sip Hooray SOS Storehouse of Sippers hydration course. I have that ready and available for you. Okay, ideas to lower cortisol with protein. Okay, so you want to fuel your body and calm your stress. Every time you sit down and eat, you want to ask yourself, where is my protein? Protein is the anchor when it comes to both cortisol regulation and fueling the body for exercise. Protein balances your blood sugar, it supports muscle recovery and growth, it nourishes the adrenals, curbs cravings and overeating, stabilizes your mood and brain function, it boosts metabolism, and strengthens immune function. Okay, so I like to aim for 25 to 30 grams per meal of protein. And you want to go for an aim of like around 100 grams per day. Again, this depends on your season, your size, male, female. But for me, I personally aim for 30 grams per meal. And then if you are really getting into your workouts and strength training, you want to include 3 grams of lutein bolus per meal, okay? And this is complete proteins would have this 3 grams. So if you're having a chicken breast and it is around, I think, 3 to 5, 6 ounces, that is the lutein bolus is already in there for you. There are incomplete protein sources, and those are things like Greek yogurt. So you would need to add another protein source that's complete to get this 3 grams of lutein bolus. And this helps you build muscle. Okay. If you want to know more about being a level 3 protein nerd where you're know each protein, if it's a complete protein, if it has 3 grams of lutein bolus, and if you're building muscle, then you can take my protein power course to find out every single protein source. Okay, and then there's healthy fats that support exercise and lower your cortisol. Okay, healthy fats fuel your hormones. They calm inflammation. You keep energy steady. They stabilize your blood sugar, support hormone production, reduce inflammation, keep you satisfied longer, and fuel steady energy for movement. Okay, so I have a whole course on healthy fats. And if you are in wanting to lose weight, there is a program called Trim Healthy that helps separate your healthy carbs and your healthy fats in different meals, okay? And if you want to go into learning this Trim Healthy plan where you only get 5 grams of healthy fats when you're eating a healthy carb meal, you can check out my Fuel Fundamentals Healthy Fats course, okay? And that will teach you more about how to lose weight on the Trim Healthy Mama plan, okay? And then there's vegetables that matter for cortisol and exercise. These vegetables nourish your body, calm inflammation, and build resilience. They are rich in antioxidants. They provide magnesium and potassium. They feed a healthy gut. They keep you full without blood sugar spikes. They support liver detox and they help you sleep better. So I encourage including veggies in every single meal. And even if you have to hide them, I have lots of tips and tricks of how to hide veggies. If you don't like veggies, getting you to try new veggies, you can take my Veggie Boost course that takes your plate from bland to grand. And then we have healthy carbs for cortisol and exercise, okay? This wisely calms stress, supports workouts, and restores balance. Healthy carbs are anabolic. That means they spare your muscle tissue from breaking down as you lose fat. So the healthy carbs refill glycogen after exercise. They support thyroid and hormones. They help you sleep better. They calm the nervous system and improve mood and brain function. And if you want to learn more about what a healthy carb is, because I'm sure you've heard of bad carbs and there's good carbs. If you want to know about all the healthy good carbs, you can take my fruit course. It's called The Fruits of Your Labor, and it takes you through every single fruit. And of course, there's sweet potatoes and parsnips and all your legumes that are healthy carbs too. And I can teach you more about healthy carbs and how they are so good for your cortisol levels. Okay. And then if you are addicted or terrified of carbohydrates, I can help you with that too. But I hope this was helpful for you to learn about your cortisol, and how cortisol is a good thing, but it can be stressed out too. So ways that you can help your cortisol. I do love reading books that actually help with your health, and I have a couple that are really good for helping your cortisol levels. I do have a book club if you want to know more about that. And yeah, I think that's it for now. I love to share all my tips and tricks. I have a whole course with all the things I talked about that I do personally, like the gua sha stone, the red light, the sauna, all the benefits of that. I can go into more detail if you want to know more about that too. So go ahead and ask me any questions that you may have. And I do also have a cortisol guide on my website for you. All right, have a great day. Thanks for joining me.